Hey guys, this is going to be a review of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, Episode 12, Through the Valley of Shadows. Towards the beginning of the episode, we find out that Spock told Amanda what happened, and Amanda calls Michael, and they talk about it together, and it's supposed to be like a touching scene, but there's just something about how the scene plays out that seems very stiff and awkward to me. I don't know if it's something about how the scene was filmed, because Amanda is like a hologram in the scene, and I'm assuming that they filmed separately. So like the actress who plays Amanda filmed it, and then Michael and Spock were filmed at like a different point, so they weren't actually like interacting, but it just like it feels like that has to be the case because it's just very stiff how they interact, and that's not something I usually notice when they're talking over like any communication that isn't face to face, but it just seems very obvious in that particular scene, which kind of distanced me from the emotions that were supposed to be in the scene. They find out that the signals haven't been coming from Michael's mom, so we still have a mystery about who's leaving the signals. And Georgiou is off chasing Leland, and Michael wants to go too, but they tell her she can't because like Control wants her and everything. Michael finds out that Ash and Laurel had a son in this episode, and I love the scene between them where she finds out, because I feel like technically Michael and Ash aren't romantically involved at this point, even though they clearly still both care about each other and everything. I feel like something like that usually in a TV show would be used to create more drama, like kind of petty drama in a way, but I really like the interaction that they have in that scene and how like supportive of Ash Michael is. Their relationship makes me very happy. I just really like how they're portrayed, even though they're not like together at this point. It's like nice to see their dynamics with each other. Spock also invites himself along on Michael's mission to go after Control, and I loved that scene and that interaction between the two of them too. Michael and Spock eventually find the Section 31 ship, and they find Gant, who is Michael's old crewmate, and it's cool seeing a character who wasn't in the show much before, but seeing him return. Pike goes to get a time crystal in this episode as well, and when he touches the crystal he sees visions of his future. So as I've mentioned before, Discovery is the first Star Trek series that I've watched like every episode. I've seen bits and pieces of a lot of the other series, but I haven't seen all of them by a long shot, and I haven't seen anything with Pike other than the Discovery episodes. So I don't personally know all of his story, but I do know, like, I have, because of these episodes, read the Star Trek Wikipedia pages about him, so I know that this correlates with other canon stuff that we've gotten, and I feel like if I had seen all of that before, it would be a nice connection between the two. We get a scene between Reno and Culber in this episode where she goes to him for something really minor that she doesn't actually need medical attention for, basically just to tell him about her wife and like what happened between them, to like convince Culber to like get back together with Stamets. I found that interesting from a character standpoint because her and Stamets have kind of argued and everything, so it's nice to see her like actually doing something nice for him almost, although like she presents it as being for herself because he's annoying her and things, but still I like getting more of her character and learning more about her. And at the end of the episode, Section 31 ships end up surrounding Discovery, so they have to evacuate to the Enterprise, and that's the cliffhanger that the episode ends on. But I have actually written a post for episode 13 already, so I will link that in the video description. And I watched episode 14 today before filming this video, and I'm gonna film another video review for that soon. So I will hopefully see you soon. Then I will be caught up with season 2 and I can finally watch season 3, which I still need to do. So I will see you guys later.